Hello. Hello, beautiful people. It's going to take me a lot of time to sit down and do a video and edit. That's why I said, why not come on here and share my little experience with you on a live video like this? If there are not people watching, they can always stop by and watching. And the title of the video, as you can see, is what is the actual fee? What is the actual fee you pay in a Finnish hospital to give birth? And considering that I'm coming from South Korea, I have been giving birth. I have three kids now. I have been giving birth in South Korea, and this was totally a different experience when it comes to the nurses, the doctors, when it comes to the setting, when it comes to even the bills. It was a huge difference. So, and there are many people out there that are maybe going to travel, or there are many women out there that are going to travel to Finland, and also maybe they are pregnant and they're expecting to put to bed in Finland, and they are wondering like what is the experience, or what is going to be the experience, how much am I supposed to budget so I am within the budget and I'm not scared or worried. Like I would tell you my experience in South Korea. When you're going to the hospital to give birth, if you don't have an insurance, be ready, because they will land you a bill of $6,000, $7,000 just to give birth. And some people even pay that amount of money when they are giving birth naturally. Then think about surgery and all of that. So, guys, if this is a topic you're interested in, stay put. Don't mind don't mind the wait. When I finish breastfeeding the baby this week, we are going to work it out. Probably having complex about the weight, but that thing will go. Now, guys, when I was coming to Korea, I had my two babies in Korea, and it was a total different experience. And I'm a cesarean mom. And like what happens is you go to the hospital a day before your delivery, and you're checked in, your blood, your pulse and pressure and everything is being checked upon. And the next day you have a time where you're being sent into the delivery room to have your baby taken out, and it's usually done within 30 at most 38 weeks. So, and after that, you have to stay in the hospital for 1 week, 7 days, maximum 7 days. So you get healed, they'll check the wound, and you can go out. But before you go out, you need a process, because you have your baby lives in the nursery and you live in your room private separately. So you don't get to you don't get to stay with your baby in the same room. So your baby is elsewhere and you're elsewhere. So after 7 days, before you get to your baby, you have to go through the finance section. And mind you, if you don't have an insurance, you're going to be paying like what I paid. If you don't have an insurance, you're going to pay like 6,000 US dollars just to get your baby out of the hospital. You pay, and then you go to the nursery, get your baby, and you go out. So coming to Finland, and I was really worried. And back then, you have rooms in different prices. You have a room of $40 a night, a room of $60 a night. You have a room of $120 a night in South Korea, and then you have a free room. The free room is usually always very full, or always taken up. It's always almost out. Miss Kim, hello. Thank you for coming to my live. And then that is it, guys. So you add the delivery fee and the bed fee. It comes out to a lot. Like I paid like 6,000 and 6,000 for the two babies, but the first baby I had an insurance, so I paid about 3,000, which is still a lot. So when I was coming to Finland, I was like, wow, what is going? I came to Finland when I was 8 months pregnant. If you look my previous video, you will know I came to Finland baby. So when I was coming to Finland, I was like, oh my God, is it going to be the same thing? Am I going to pay that huge sum of money? Euro, it's a little bit different from Euro is a little bit different from Korean won. Yeah, it's a little bit high. So I was really worried and stressed about going and delivering in a Finnish hospital. But guys, the sweetest gist of this part is that, hey, my Ojo, my camp, my mom, thank you. This is your Sherry Bello. This is your Sherry Bello. So coming to Finland, I was very, very worried. Like I was planning and packaging and trying to make all the savings I had to make. Though I had an insurance, one could never really tell. So in this video, I'm going to be telling you the exact price and how different the experience is, and how I was wowed by the experience. Now, guys, in Finland, when you arrive, I arrived with a late pregnancy, so I went to the hospital. They have different sets of hospitals. They have nurses, hospitals where they're just for nurses. They have hospitals for emergency. They have hospitals for children. Like, you cannot just wake up and go to the hospital like in other countries. When you're sick, you just wake up and go to the hospital. Everything is arranged in a certain way. So when I came here, I went to the hospital to identify myself, and I told them I was pregnant. I'm having just 3 weeks to give to put to bed, and they told me that, oh, you came to the wrong hospital. This is a general hospital, but you are not supposed to be here. We are going to send you to another hospital where they take care of children, and then they are going to assign you to a nurse. That nurse is going to be taking care of you. The nurse is going to get in your data. The nurse is going to help you get your social security number. The nurse is going to help you get everything that you need for your baby. The nurse is going to follow you up. The nurse is even going to come to your house for routine visits, come to your house and check on you until the nurse is going to fill in all the data, anything that, like, they get a whole historic about you, and they put, like, everywhere you go, by the time you give your social security number, every information about you comes up. Like, wow, like, it was wow. The experience is a little bit different, but remember, we are talking about how much you actually pay giving birth in the Finnish hospital. So guys, after that, I went to see the doctor. My nurse now sent me, booked an appointment. Remember, in Finland, when you book an appointment, please don't fail, because if you fail the appointment, they were going to bill you. They don't bill you for giving birth. They don't bill you for some certain things or some certain privileges in the health section, but they bill you for making an appointment and not showing up. Yes, you will be billed for that. You will receive a bill at your home. So in Finland, when you have an appointment at the doctor's office, make sure you go there before time. Make sure you do not miss, or if you're supposed to fill the appointment, call like 24 hours before and tell them, I'm sorry, I'm not going to, can we reschedule? But don't just sit and don't show up. You know, us Black people's time will just say, that's no man's business. I'm not going to show up. So now my nurse booked an appointment with the doctor. I went to the doctor checked me, and I was like, oh, in Korea, when the baby is 38 weeks, you have to take it out if you're going to a cesarean section, or if you're going to push, then you're going to wait for your water to break. And the doctor was like, and that is Korea, and here we do things in a different way. In Korea, you have 2 previous C-sections, so here we are not going to risk it for you to try to push. We would have want, if we could get the exact measurement of the line of the surgical line, or the thickness of it, we could have tried. But coming from a different country, we cannot assess that, because we cannot get all the medical reports or the thickness, the dimensions of all of that from your previous country. So yeah, they insist a lot on natural birth. Like, they try to encourage you to have a natural delivery, except otherwise you have had C-sections a lot of times. Then they are going to go forward to try to tell you that these are the risks, or these are the disadvantages, or you trying to push. There can be a rupture, there can be a this thing, because they don't really have the actual dimension of the tissue, the thickness of the tissue, the stitches, how they were being stitched, and all of that. But if they could access that from Korea, then they are going to help you. Now they fix the date, because they don't want you to come into delivery, into labor, in active labor, because they already know that's a problem. 1 cesarean section, 2 cesarean section, 3 cesarean section is not very good for them. So they fix the date, they book a date. Can you imagine that day when you go for checkup, they check you up, and if it's like 11 o'clock or after that, or during that time, they'll send you to a room where they will serve you your lunch. And the food, they don't laugh about this. This part was very interesting to me. This part was very interesting to me. I don't know how I could put up videos or pictures on a live video like this. Like, I would have been putting up the pictures on this live video. If you're watching me and you know how I could add up some pictures on a live video like this, let me know. After my consultation, I was being taken to the room to do further assessment, to take my blood. Like, here, they will take your blood like 1 million times. Be ready for that. They will take your blood for everything. The kind of tests that they will do to you before you go to the actual delivery is serious. They will take your stool, they will take your mucus, they will take your sperm, they will take everything from you to make sure that everything is correct and everything is ready for you to have a self-delivery. They don't want to make any mistakes. Okay, that was an aside. So I was taken to a room, and I was self-lodged. I was sitting in that room, I was saying that, I was asking the nurse, this lot you're sending me like that, how much is my bill now? Because I was scared. I'm coming from where everything is being built. Every little thing is being built. And when you go to the Korean hospital, the kind of money you can pay. Oh, the kind of money you can pay when you live in the hospital, your body is like they're taking something from you. So she said, no, if they at all there's any bill, we are going to mail it to your house. I said, okay. Oh. They gave me my good lunch. I ate there. They did some tests, gave me some questions to sign and all of that. They'll even ask you if you've given birth. If you don't want to give birth again, this is a process. If you're giving birth through a cesarean section, they are going to cut in. And so if you don't want to give birth again, there's an option of sterilization. Do you want to be sterilized? If you say yes, then they're going to go in and sterilize you. They have all those options. They assess you and they give you all those, they ask all those questions. After that, they fix a date for your delivery. The day of your delivery, like for me, my day of my delivery was 6 a.m. 6 a.m. in the morning. So 6 a.m. in the morning, I have to be there by 5 for them to prepare me. So I went in at 5, and when you go into the hospital, you first of all, you don't go directly to the operation ward. You meet some nurses. The nurses came and took me. They came to put the cataracts, or how do they call it, cataracts or what? Catechal or what? The thing where you put the pee back, and then they clean you up, and then you change it to your dress. Then they call in your husband. Your husband also comes, and that's his part of. They say, if you guys could have that baby together, so he has to be part of the process. Something that is like let me tell you, let me just say something. In Korea, when you're going to deliver, your husband does not even see where you are. If at all he comes near, it will be from a distance. Like that means he will be zooming, like he will be struggling to see. No. Here, that was what really made me very comfortable. Your husband gets into the operation room, he dresses up, covers his body and everything. He gets into the operation room or to the delivery room and sits right there with you. That he's part of everything. So they dressed me up. They called in my husband. My husband dressed up. I was feeling very secure. They came and they started taking they took some blood out. They are still taking blood. Remember that I've been taking blood from day one. They are still taking some blood again. They took some blood, put in some I don't know, how can I call it, injections or what. They put in 1 here and they put 2 here, and my veins were difficult to find, so they used a scan. That was my first time of seeing that. They used a scan to scan through my body, and you could visually see my veins from the scan. I don't know how they do it, but that was really amazing to me. So from that scan, because my veins, my body, I was dehydrated, so they couldn't find it. They used that scan and they got my vein. After they got my vein, then they put everything at this. I was ready to go and have my baby. So they wheeled me up. You take out everything. They wheeled me out into the delivery room. I went there. I had to come down. And yeah, when you want to go and deliver, well, no matter if it's a cesarean section or your normal delivery, you have to wear on the compression socks. Luckily, I bought some compression socks, and they usually want the long ones. If you don't have it, they are going to give you an option in the hospital, but it's better you go with yours. So they gave me some compression socks, and I wore some compression socks, and I climbed on the bed, and they had to give me the epidural. The epidural here is, guys, should I say painless? The kind of epidural I went through in South Korea, I don't want to mention. Only the needle was this long, and they have to curve you in. And you know, I'm a curvy mama. They have to curve you in like this, and then they will send the epidural at the middle of your back. The epidural helps with pain. So during that time, did I mention to you that only the nurses and the doctors that were inside the delivery room were more than 20? Like professionals, more than 20. Then were 4 people that were the main people that were doing that were taking out the baby. 4 of them. That is their major, and that is their job. 4 of them. That 4 professionals. 1 year, and then the person that is giving the epidural is a different, like it's epiduralist. Should I say epiduralist or what? It's a specialist. There are 2 of them. That means there is no mistake. They can never be a mistake. He takes in the quantity. He goes and confers with his colleague. They come back. They talk, and they put it. While they are putting it, they are asking you. They are putting it. They are talking to you. Now we are going to put it in. Now this is the quantity we are going to put it in. If you feel this way, let us know. If you feel this way, let us know. Then they will talk. They will look at their They will talk, come to agreement and come back. Then there's one person that is just petting you and telling you if you don't understand, finish. I was thinking that in Finland, they speak only Finnish, but no, everybody speaks English and perfect English. So there's no way you would say you did not understand anything. You would virtually understand everything that they're saying. So they were explaining. Then after they struggled and they put in, because I was big, they struggled a lot the first time and then they got it the second time. So they called in my husband to sit by me. And so they covered just my face and they gave me the epidural. And the difference too is that in Korea, they give you a general anesthesia where you just sleep through and something is being inserted in your mouth like that. But here, they give you just from the waist downwards. That's how they give you the anesthesia from the waist downward. I mean, you're actually alive, you're actually up, and you're actually participating in the process. You're participating in the process. So my husband came. That was a wonderful experience for me, because in Korea, when I had my surgery and I had the baby, when you get up, you feel you're in so much pain, like your neck is as if they have burst a hole there. Your neck, you cannot even open your mouth, and after they pull out whatever they put there, you have to start coughing. And when you're coughing, it shakes your stomach like it is not a very good experience. It shakes your stomach and it's painful. And in Korea, I realized that it's only after like 4 days that most people start getting up to work, or some people, if they are very strong, maybe at least 2 days they get up and work. But here in Finland, it's different. That same day, they operate you in the morning. You have your baby in the morning. By 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, you are already up on your feet and you're walking about. That they will actually come to help you, teach you how to get up from the bed and how to walk, because the walking is going to help you not to have some blood clots. They will explain all of these things to you. So where was I? After that, they called in my husband to sit by me. My husband sat, I was discussing, and we're just talking like normal. You don't know. The only thing you feel is that when the baby is coming, you feel as they are pulling you, like your body is being pulled, and all of a sudden you hear yeah, 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 yeah. You hear that sound that you wanted to hear, and then they will carry the baby and they will move the baby. They will show you the baby. And then you talk to the baby, you kiss the baby, they'll carry the baby with your husband to a nearby room and do all the checkup and all of that. And then they will take the baby now with your husband to the nursery, and then they will finish cleaning you up. And when they finish cleaning you up, they do not take you they take you to an intensive care. They keep you in that intensive care for around 2 hours until all the anesthesia. They come and they are checking your legs. And every minute, mind you, they are giving you painkillers. Every minute. If you just want to feel any pain, they'll ask you, are you feeling any pain? They give you painkiller. They have the Panadol and Boruana or something. They are very good. They're very good pain control medication, Burana or something like that. I will look for the name. I'll put it up. So they take me now into that room, and I stay there. With the room is full of so many types of machines. The doctor is coming. It's about 3 doctors. They are coming. This one is touching your leg. This one is touching your head. This one is touching your heart. This one is doing this one. They are doing that. They are making sure that everything is okay. And after like 2 hours, they will ask you if you can move your legs. If you can move your legs, then they are going to call for your nurses. Remember, your nurse from day one is very important. They will call for your nurse to come in, and when your nurse comes in, then your nurse is going to and take you now to your room where you're going to and wait for your baby, or where you're going to have your baby is going to meet you there. So when you go to your room, you also have these nurses that come in turns. These nurses that come in turns, they take turns to come in and check on you. They give you food, clean you up. They even carry you from the bed and shower you. They encourage you to stand up and walk. Like, you have so many things that is going on. Auntie's here. Okay.
I brought the chair.
So I brought the chair.
Any chair?
Step down. 1 minute, please. 1 minute, please. Yes. 1 minute. 1 minute. I'm live. Yes, I'm on YouTube. Okay, sorry guys. So we have different nurses that are coming in different times to check on you. They bathe you, they give you food 3 times a day. They come in with those snacks. They try to make sure, yes, so they always advocate for breastfeeding. So yes, like here, breastfeeding is a deal. They will tell you to breastfeed your baby, even if you are discouraged or you're not having the will to breastfeed. The way they will take and encourage you about breastfeeding, you'll be encouraged. Like my first two babies, I never did breastfeeding, but until now I've been doing exclusive and it is going so very well, and I am really happy with the nurses and how they took me through, gave me a lot of lessons on how to get a good latch and all of that. And after that, you stay in the hospital. In the evening they come and make you to walk so your wound can be healed and so you don't have blood clots. After that, you stay in the hospital just for 3 days. Remember, you had a major operation, but you stay in the hospital just for 3 days. They don't extend that. You stay in the hospital 3 days, and after 3 days, you're led to go home. They give you your birth certificate. They give the baby all the baby's papers, and before you can even leave the hospital, the baby's information has already gone to the population office, and the baby's documents are already and security number are already out, and the baby's benefits are already allocated to it. Oh my God. Okay, that's not even important. What is important is talking about how much I paid. Now after that, you have to come home. Yes, I came home, so they have some visitors. That's why I'm looking behind. Some people are coming to visit the baby too. So after that, you go home with your baby, and 1 week after, your nurses pay a visit to your home to check the baby's weight. No, before you leave the hospital, the baby goes for a brain scan, the baby goes for an eye scan, the baby goes for lung scan, the baby goes for breathing scan, the baby goes for mouth scan, the baby goes like, there are thousands of scans that the baby has within those 3 days before they can let you go with the baby. They did thousands of scans on the baby before they could leave, before they could tell you that okay, you're ready to go. So when I finished, I packed up. They told me that okay, you can walk now. You have passed out stool. You can go home. Your baby is okay. Your baby has passed the eye test, the ear test, the brain test, the mouth test, the stomach test. Your baby has passed all those tests because we have thoroughly checked her or him, and you can go home now. And like they give you all the documentation in which you're supposed to take home. And I'm like, okay, what is my bill and how much am I going to pay? Like nobody even comes to see you out of the hospital. Your husband just comes, packs everything, and then you walk out. So we walked out of the hospital. Remember, I had a major surgery. The baby was checked from day one that I came, and I started going to the hospital for the baby, the checkup, the blood test, and all of that. Mind you, I have not paid a dime. I haven't paid a dime. So after that, we came home. We were very surprised. Like they told us, you are free to go, and then we carried the baby and we came home. And I was still asking my husband. I said, "Oh, baby, is the baby going to come? Or how can they just we can go to the hospital? We deliver a major delivery like this. The baby had all these checkups for 1 month. I've been going to the hospital consistently because I came in late consistently, and they have one maternity package that they will send to you with clothes and everything. They will send to your house and all of that. A lot of benefits are located. So I was just like telling my husband, wow, how is this possible? Are they going to bill also? Or what? So my husband said, the thing is too is also more than me because I don't understand that back in Korea, before you can even see your baby, you even get to touch your baby, you have to pay. You have to pay that money. If you don't have the money, they will tell you, okay, leave the baby, go home. When you have the money, come back and collect the baby. So it's a totally different experience. So after that, we just sat. 1 week passed, there was no bill. 2 weeks passed, there was no bill. 3 weeks, after 3 weeks, they sent a letter to my house. And when I look at the letter, I saw that the letter was from the hospital. And it says it's the bill for my delivery, the hospital bill. Guys, what I actually paid for 1 month of continuous checkup, many countless blood tests, surgery, baby scans, and all of that is 78 euro. 78 euro. That means it's like It's like it's like $100. That is the actual money we paid for all these services. Like, where does this happen? Where does it really, in short, when I received that bill, I was like, can this be, can I really leave the hospital free like this? Living from $6,000 to 78 euros. Remember, in the hospital, they gave me medication every day or every on demand. They gave me food, good food, 3 square meals. I'm a foodie. They gave me snacks anytime I wanted the snacks. They gave the baby all sorts of scans. And leaving the hospital, that was the amount I paid. So if you're pregnant and you're coming to Finland, you're worried about the delivery or you're worried about your finances and what, my dear, my brother, my sister, no, let me not call brother. Don't worry about it. The treatment they will give you, the nurses, there are many of them. The way they will pet you, the way they will pamper you, the food they will serve you, the massages they will give you, the encouragement they will give you. You don't need to worry about the finances. You don't need to worry about the finances. Just have your everything is like free. How can you explain the fact that all those services from the baby and me, we could not pay a fee of 100 euro? So guys, I said I wanted to sit down and make a video, but I decided that it would be difficult for me to make a sit down video because at any time the baby can cry and I have to attend to her, and also the time to take and edit the video. That's why I'm not just consistent, because editing has become a very difficult thing for me now, because when the baby sleeps I sleep, when the baby wakes up I wake up, so I will not be stressing myself too much. I will be almost at the same time. We'll work, our schedules will be like, it will benefit the both of us. So guys, if your wife is pregnant and you're planning to move to Finland, Finland is a very wonderful country. Korea is also a wonderful country. I'm comparing the two medical systems. Korea has a very good medical system, but I would say Finland has the best as of now. I would say it has the best with the services. They make sure that it doesn't even look like it's the best. The way they would take care of you, the nurses keep on coming to your house. The social service has already called me that if I'm tired, they want to send somebody to come and help me at home with the baby, like for free. So guys, if you love this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't just watch. And if you're really interested about Finland, I'll be talking much about Finland, the educational system in Finland. I have discovered so many things and so many benefits about living in Finland, which I'm going to be talking about. Why Finland should be your next location where you want to come to. I'm going to be talking about it here in my own way. If you have any questions, let me know. Yes, the educational system has changed in Finland, and there are some schools that are tuition with huge sum of tuition, with huge exorbitant tuition fees, but there are also some that are tuition free, and then many people are using it to travel here and get their certificates and their paperwork. I'm going to be talking about that. If there's something, or you guys should leave what you want to learn about or what you want to know about Finland, leave it in my comment section box, or send it in my DM, and I'm going to make a video and address that. Yes, anything you want to know about Finland, yes, leave it in my comment section or my DM, and I'll find time to address all of that. But believe me, the healthcare system, the educational system, it is wow. It is wow, and it is wow. The only thing that you want to come to Finland, you put in your mind, the weather is not a very friendly one. Like, not that if you're coming from somewhere that there's no, it can be okay for you. You're coming somewhere that there's cold, it can be okay for you. But if you're coming from somewhere that there's no cold, or you're coming from somewhere that you are that vibe person, that you're always vibing to everything, vibing, then Finland will be a little bit boring for you, because here people don't vibe a lot. People are just focused on work and all of that. And the climate, when I talk about the climate, like now it's summer, there's no darkness. There's no darkness. 12 midnight is just as bright as this. So you have to use very dark and heavy blinds to cover up so you can sleep, and you just have to sleep by your time. You look at the time and say, okay, this is 12 midnight, I have to go to bed, or this is 9 a.m., the children have to go, 9 p.m., the children have to go to bed. So you work with your time now because there's no darkness. So it's a little bit strange, and there's still cold. People still go out these days, though it's summer, people still go out with their winter jackets and all of that. So if there's anything you want to know about Finland and anything you want to know about Finland, leave it in my comment section, and I'm going to address that. And getting your paperwork done here, it's very, very easy and very, very fast. So if you want to know, leave it in my comment section. I hope I explained a lot about the hospital and all the services that I got. So I would call it quit here. I will call it quit here because I have to go take care of my baby. So guys, see you in my next video. I love you all. Ciao.